Guys, this is Mateo's 2020 Politics here, and today I am back for a video discussing Elizabeth Warren as a potential running mate pick for Joe Biden. So, many people, specifically the establishment, have been kind of pushing the idea of Elizabeth Warren being the VP slash running mate for Joe Biden because she can appeal to the progressive movement. Is that true? Semi-true. I feel like some progressives, mainly Warren supporters, even some Bernie supporters might be like, okay, she's a progressive. We might support Joe Biden because of the ticket that he's currently on and that Elizabeth Warren's on. But I feel that for most of progressives, that isn't true because most progressives feel betrayed by Elizabeth Warren. I've spoken to other progressives, I've heard from political commentators, they feel like they've been betrayed by Elizabeth Warren. So it's not as simple as, all the progressives are the same. They're all liked by progressives in an equal number. That simply isn't true. I mean, we have a few reasons why we feel we've been betrayed by Elizabeth Warren. First off, in 2016, she was the woman who had previously, before that election, passed the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. She was seen as a true progressive. But then, for some reason, when we have Hillary Clinton a status quo candidate and Bernie Sanders the progressive candidate of the race, she refuses to back Bernie. Why? Nobody knows, but she refused to back Bernie. As a result, he dropped out, and then she endorsed Hillary. So right there, not endorsing Bernie kind of loses some of our trust in her, but we'll forgive her, right? Come to 2020, Elizabeth Warren's running for president, and she comes out randomly, basically accusing Bernie Sanders of being sexist, and claims that he said women can't be president of the United States. Whether or not that was true, either way, it was a bit of a stab in the back. I personally feel that either that's a lie or it was taken out of context what Bernie said. Maybe he said something like, it'd be difficult for women to be a president of the United States because of all the sexism in the country, which would be true. So, nevertheless, we felt betrayed by that. And already then we're like, okay, Warren, we don't love you anymore. But then, here's the icing on the cake. She drops out and refuses to endorse Bernie Sanders for president, refuses to endorse him. Although she is ideologically aligned with him, she refuses to endorse him. She waits for him to drop out, then she endorses Biden. That was the really upsetting part. That was, as I said previously, the icing on the cake. So it really just makes you think that she might be a fake progressive. I mean, she straight up, and actually, one important thing, some former Warren staffers came out and were basically like, well, the main reason why Elizabeth Warren refused to endorse Bernie Sanders was because of their personal feud, with her claiming that he said women can be president and him denying it. So, hold on. You, a progressive, are going to sit out of the progressive movement, which is working to save millions of working people's lives, over some silly personal drama? I mean, come on. That's just childish. Because 500,000 Americans go bankrupt every single damn year. Tens of thousands die because they can't afford their private health care insurance. And then over 500,000 go homeless. And you're going to sit out of that because of some personal drama. I mean, that's just childish. Oh, you know what? Because I don't like Bernie Sanders, I'm going to let millions of people not be saved and possibly die. I mean, look, if she were truly a progressive, if she were a true progressive, which her record consists of otherwise, if she were truly a progressive, she would have said, you know what, the personal drama between Bernie Sanders and I doesn't matter. Let's put that to the side. What really matters is the progressive populist movement. That's what matters. But you couldn't even do that. Those things, the whole endorsing Hillary in 2016, claiming Bernie is a sexist in 2020, and then refusing to back Bernie in 2020 over some personal drama, it just makes us not trust her. And that plus a record is just shows some very strong inconsistencies. So, if anything, if Joe Biden were to select Elizabeth Warren as his running mate, I might feel less encouraged to support them. Because sure, she's a progressive, but it's hard to know what she really believes in because she's very inconsistent. And also it would just show me that the status quo, which everybody knows out of touch, is even more out of touch than I thought because they think that she's liked by the left. No, she's betrayed the left. She really did. And the thing that actually gets me most upset is that, look, she's ideologically aligned with Bernie, and as I mentioned previously, she refuses to endorse him when she drops out. But then, when Bernie drops out, she endorses Biden and says, "Oh, I want to be his VP. Me. I want to be his VP. I want to be the running mate." Very convenient, right? Yeah. You drop out, wait for Joe Biden to be a presumptive nominee, and endorse him before saying, "Oh, I'd like to be his VP." It kind of makes you think that she cares less about her policies and the American people and more about personal political gain. It really does make you wonder that. And look, she wasn't the only politician who did that, who was running for president. I mean, Andrew Yang and Tulsi Gabbard, who are both progressives, both also, like Warren, dropped out and refused to endorse Bernie or straight up endorse Joe Biden for president. But at least they weren't just begging to be VP afterwards. You know, for them, it just looked like they were a bit spineless, like they couldn't support the person who they actually agreed with, and instead went with the front runner. But some of the progressives, like Bill De Blasio, Marianne Williamson, actually had the spine and were strong enough to endorse Bernie Sanders, but Warren wasn't. Except with Warren, I don't really know if it's the case that she just was weak and felt like backing the person who would win, or she, this is the theory that I believe in more, or she saw Joe Biden was leading, didn't want to endorse anybody until Bernie would drop out because she wanted to be Joe Biden's nominee. She would endorse him afterwards, really campaign hard with him. So this is what she did in 2016. You know, she doesn't endorse anybody. Bernie drops out. She endorses Hillary. Straight up goes to campaign rallies with her, and then is seen as a potential VP pick. So yeah, I don't think it's just me. I'm not trying to speak for every single progressive, but it isn't just me when I say that we feel betrayed. So, no, establishment, she isn't loved by the progressive movement. It's not as simple as, "Oh, you like Warren, right, guys? Right? Come on. You like Warren? I know you do. Please support us." No, it's not that simple. We don't like her. Because she refused to endorse Bernie in 2016, claimed he was a sexist in 2020, and then on top of that, just the icing on the cake, refused to endorse him in 2020. See you guys later, and bye.